Live from Wave in Louisville, Kentucky. This is Listens Live.
Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you, and thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky. Today on Listens, we have got a great show for you, as we always do. We are sitting down with a pet expert with some tips for National Pet Month. We're also talking to the organizers of the second annual Elk and Outdoor Festival. But up first here today, we've got Larry Weiss and Autumn Schneider back with us from Elder Advisors. They've got some new workshops to talk to you about, and we want to make sure you are prepared and can put these on the calendar. So here they are, Larry and Autumn, back in the house on Listens.
Hello, Kentuckiana. Hello, small children. Jeremy and, of course, my man L.A. here at the studio told me that NBC renewed 10 years again for Derby Network or something.
How about that?
Right? Kudos to
We'll be
NBC.
Back. I'm still half asleep from Derby.
You know what?
You know what I mean? I'm working on it.
I'm probably saying too much, but there's a tape delay. L.A. showed me his tan lines.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Well, he was out there during setup, so he was there like a week before.
Yes, he was burned.
There's always
burned.
these little behind-the-scenes details.
But he is the man.
Okay, well, let's say people won a whole lot of money at Derby. They've been doing that their whole life. Yeah, we heard you did.
But officially, it was only $100, Chad.
We're not going to tell too much. In government. In government.
Of course.
Let's talk about protecting real assets, something that you both specialize in.
Don't go broke in a nursing home, because you don't have to, Brian Schlonsky and Kentuckiana. That's why we're doing the workshops Monday in Louisville, Tuesday in Clarksville, and Wednesday back down to Corydon, Indiana. It's where Lindsay Fleming is from, and quite frankly needs to stay. Okay? But you know, the moniker "Don't Go Broke in a Nursing Home," a lot of people are kind of surprised by that, because Autumn has developed such a relationship with the communities. And people are always surprised here. You mean the nursing home will send you referrals? Yes, they do. And we were with a gentleman this morning. His name is, in fact, Doug. Autumn she's great in so many ways, but she's equally bad in so many ways. You know, the notes are, so I walk in the room, "Oh, good morning, Mr. Don. My name is Doug." You know, so like the whole ebb and flow.
The chicken scratch handwriting.
Doug,
I have it too.
Don, or what did I name him?
I don't know.
He has a new name now.
Yeah.
Doug nearly got up and left. He was so affronted by the faux pas, but I was able to cajole him and ask him to stay down. Yeah, right.
All the times people
Autumn's
call me another name
for something.
I have no friends.
Yeah, but Doug, we appreciate it, because Doug was referred to us from a community that Autumn has developed a relationship with. Because what people don't understand with the Don't Go Broke in Nursing Home, and you don't have to, is the facilities, they just want paid. They got to pay the lights, they got to pay the staff, they just want the bill paid. And quite frankly, they don't care if Brian Schlonsky, a man of unlimited means, is paying the bill.
Working on it.
Larry Weiss, Autumn Schneider, the family, or dare I say the state of Indiana or
in this
Kentucky.
circumstance, I'd have to say that the gal I talked to at the nursing home, she kind of reached out. I have a referral for you. She really wanted to help these people. Yeah. This is the second one that's came in from her recently, and I mean, she's just like, I don't know what you can do, but I hope you can help them. You know, they're good people. What can you do? And that's what we kind of live for. It's not just, hey, the nursing home bill needs paid. It's, hey, we want to help them too. You know, what can you protect? What can you do?
This is obviously a. Should we talk about it now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, I had a perfect transition and now I'm lost. Fill me in.
But the communities know that we can help, and that's why they reached out to Autumn, because Autumn is our placement angel, and she really is. And she kind of got thrown into this position 4 or 5 years ago, and she's owned it. She wears it as her own now, and she has just done a phenomenal job with placement, because it is stressful. You know, there's a financial component. Hello, that's kind of what I do. There's not a legal component of Elder Advisors, because we're not attorneys. Amy Wheatley, yes, I know, Jeremy, calm down. Amy Wheatley from Stein Law will be here on Friday. She's our guest attorney for the Kentucky workshops. There's almost always a legal component. We're not attorneys. We're also not TV host or pharmacist or lumberjacks or firemen. But if there's a legal component, we want the attorneys there. But fundamentally, they just want to be taken care of. So if there's a legal nuance, we have Amy do it for the Kentucky at the workshop this month. But Autumn is helping with placement, and that's what people don't fully understand. It is incredibly hard to find beds. they may be in rehab, but they may have to leave the rehab facility.
Right.
And it's very difficult. And Autumn has really just knocked it out of the ballpark consistently. She's always on the phone texting, because she has a business office manager's numbers. I don't even have their numbers. I don't even know who these people are.
It is very stressful.
So kudos to Autumn.
When I get someone placed, I mean, it's just a relief that comes off, and I mean, it's like a win.
For the whole family.
Yeah, it really
is. It's like a derby win.
So for somebody, because we're talking about the workshops today, so there are ways that people find out about all the great ways that you're able to help them, whether it's referrals from the nursing home, whether it's seeing the show, and they think, oh, I'm in the middle of all of this, I should have done this sooner. How important is it, let's say people are watching today and they say, well, I want to get out ahead of all of this, come out to the workshops, learn what I need to know, so I'm not in a position where somebody at a nursing home has to refer me and it's maybe a little late.
Kentuckiana TV viewing area, once again, Brian Schlonsky, host of Wave 3 Listens Live, has demonstrated why he is the preeminent erstwhile TV personality, because you ask the hard-hitting, insightful questions.
Well, good.
What you're talking about is pre-planning, because if the families get ahead of this stuff, then they don't have to have their hair on fire, so stressed out and just worn out and everything like that. So at the workshops, I tell the families we're going to start with 3 key questions. They don't have to be honest with me. If they're going to get something from it, whether in Louisville, Clarksville, or Corydon, they need to be honest with themselves. And I ask families, how many people have loved one in a nursing home or about to go to rehab? Hands go up. That's crisis planning. That was the family we had. Doug, not Don. I think he cried.
But I think his name was actually Harold.
You're giving too much information away. But I think you made Doug cry. I think she made Doug cry.
It went all
I think it was a childhood thing. It's too much.
Yeah.
So that's crisis plan. We can help. We're helping Doug, crisis plan. Second variable, how many people have a loved one at home or getting some home therapy to where they don't want to go to the nursing home? Hands go up. That's pre-crisis planning. The third variable is what you so succinctly outlined, which is how many people simply want to avoid these problems. Then all the hands go up. That's pre-planning. I mean, the sad truth is, we're all human. We spent more time watching Wave 3 with Kentucky Derby coverage, from hoof to hoof, or all the other things, but we spend very little effort trying to protect what we spent a lifetime working for.
But it's never too late, so that kind of goes off what you were saying too. So if you're thinking, oh, well, here I am, I've spent this money, Dad's only got this much left, it's not too late to come in and see what we can go ahead and do for you then.
I mean, a great thing was, we're working with the family, small insurance. So I said, well, just go to the funeral home and have them take care of it. Well, now they don't want to. So now,
we get to do it
so when I leave here, I got to put out that fire, because the other point of that is, what people don't understand is those cash value life insurances Kentucky are problematic, because people forget about them. Well, that's to bury mom when she dies. Well, guess what? If it has cash value, the state makes no distinction whether it's $10,000 in a checking account or it's $10,000 cash value in a life insurance policy. So now I got to move heaven and earth and get that done correctly.
It shows, though. Okay, you're talking about things, putting out fires, moving heaven and earth.
It's crazy.
Doing this in the middle and there. How in the world do you do something like this on your own? And what if it's 2 parents that you're trying to put through this?
Then you've got twice as much fun, like double mint gum, double your pleasure. Then you got twice as much. But like with Mr. Doug this morning, I said, you've got to have to deal with this, and his eyes just kind of opened up on it. I said, yeah. I said, it's just not an easy task, and I don't know how families navigate it on their own. I truly don't. I mean, there's 11 of us elder advisors. I'm not even sure. Are you an actual employee? I don't even know. But we've got a whole team, plus we have the legal resources to refer families to the attorney. So Kentuckiana, it starts Monday the 13th at the Hilton Garden Inn on Crittenden Drive, right off exit 132 on I-65. Tuesday, cross the river. We're in Clarksville, Indiana, at the Hampton Inn on Broadway, right off Veterans Parkway. And the hometown of Lindsay Fleming, where they've asked her to never return, will be Wednesday in Corydon.
It's an office day for her.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to call it. Holiday Inn Express, so you don't go broke in a nursing home, because you don't have to. It's as simple as that. 855-LARRY-55.
10 seconds or less. What G.I. Joe, is there a story?
He's our man of action, baby.
Oh, he's a man of action.
We got our 11th annual toy show coming up into July.
The offices. They're covered in G.I. Joe.
I don't know what she's talking about.
And airplanes.
Let's hit that first on Friday when you're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
First on Friday.
Good to see you both.
In a nursing home.
See you back here in a few days. Congrats on the Derby winnings. Thanks. All right. We've got 2 more segments to go here on Listens Live. Coming up next, talking to a pet living expert who's here to share some of those innovative pet care tips and the products for National Pet Month.